Yo, what up, friends? Chris Eubank versus Connor Benn. It is the rematch. So as you mentioned, there was a first one. And now after that was back in April.
Yep.
That Eubank was able to obviously take the victory. So, I mean, hey, what are we thinking here in this huge boxing event?
Well, the first one had so many, like, it was just so much drama around it because obviously we know their dads had their epic fights, and the Eubank family is up what 2-0, 2-0 and 1, 2-0. They had a draw.
Oh, the draft, yeah.
2-0 when dad's had a draw, which I think Ben won that fight. But Chris Eubank and his father were beefing forever, and then when they put up in a Rolls Royce, his dad got out first, and then he got out. I almost did a backflip. I did a watch party for that fight. That was I think it was the first watch party I did. It was very fun. But I almost did a backflip when senior showed up. I was like, holy smokes, they're not beefing no more. So it was happy to see that they put in 67,000 people in Tottenham Hotspur Arena in London or England, wherever it's at. It's over there. And so the fact that 67 people came to watch a non-title fight is phenomenal, but that is a big fight for the United Kingdom, for the British boxing culture. That is a huge fight from their fathers of them fighting. So, and the fact that when Chris Eubank showed up at the weigh-in, he looked definitely like he had a drop down in weight. Connor's the only one gaining weight because he's a welterweight. So the fact that Eubanks, he came down from 168, I think it's one, I could be wrong, but he looked like Tyrone Bigham's cousin, light-skinned version. He just looked definitely, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was on the side of the street, either flipping a get your taxes done here sign, or he was begging for money at a meeting. He just looked awful. But he won. I thought he was going to gas out. I thought Ben was going to catch him because of that weight cut. But
now, how about this though? He is 36 years old, so he's 7 years older than him. Is that going to put any factor into this?
Only way I saw them today, the dads shaking hands and doing face off with the sons as well. Chris, his energy wasn't very he's very kind of mellow, and that's probably because of his weight cut. He did it the first time. I swear, if that fight was in America, that would not have happened because he looked frail. Like, you always got to see those videos. Okay. He looked frail, but you rehydrate the next day. He didn't look so bad. But he could only rehydrate 10 pounds, so they had a cap on his rehydration too.
A rehydration clause.
So this go around, I think he's gonna be. It looks like he's doing the weight cut a lot better. In the first fight, it was back and forth in the early rounds, but Eubanks just he landed more shots, landed more power shots. He's the bigger guy, laying the jab. Ben is very wily, but I feel like Ben has nothing but heart. Okay, he gained some respect to me in the last fight. The judges had it 116 to 112. I kind of see this fight going the same way, to be honest with you. I don't see Ben taking over, Goliath. I don't know.
Now, question for you: is Ben, because Ben is 23 and 1, right? So he was undefeated, guys. Taken. Is he? And if I'm correct, and I'm looking at Box Live, so this is off of Box Live. They have the rankings of Eubank and Ben, and they don't have. And I think this has to be wrong, but they don't have Ben in the top 10 of any of the. Is that correct? Is he not in the top 10 of it?
No, he hasn't fought. He hasn't really fought.
So why is he getting these fights because of the legacy of their fathers? Then is that why this is happening the second time?
Well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, this fight is just more one. This fight was supposed to happen years ago, but remember, Ben got caught to steroids. That's why Eubanks hit him upside the head with those eggs in the lead up to the first.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Suspended for like 4 years or so. Then, not 4 years, but maybe a year, 2 years, and then they kind of renegotiated this fight to happen. So this is more. Eubanks is kind of like on the back end of his career, so this isn't really like a major gotta do fight, but it's a money grab. I mean, I'm props to them that they can put 67,000 people in a soccer arena. Okay, you can understand the magnitude of that. We don't have that over here in the stateside. Okay, because Papa Chuneo brought up a good point. There's not many things to do over in London. They have just neighborhood pubs and stuff. So there's not many like major sporting events besides soccer to go to. We have basketball, football, things like that. They're kind of isolated, especially where they live. There's not many big arenas to do so. The fact that they can get 67,000 people in there for a spectacle like this, that's I would do the same thing if I was him. And why bring a stateside? Stateside, you might get on a good day 12, 13, maybe on a basketball arena, except like Bud and Canelo, they had like 47 or something like that when they fought. But that's Bud and Canelo. So Earl Spence, when he got his belt against oh snap, dude's it's gonna pop to me later. Not Amir Khan. Somebody tell me in the chat. But when Earl Spence went over there and got his belt, it was in the soccer stadium, so they put on over the UK. They put on in the UK.
And that, well, like you mentioned, especially with the fact that there are no championships on the line on this card, and that the card is not that great anyways, as you had mentioned, right? We're going to do some club bangers here, but this card could be a lot better, as you mentioned. So that fact alone, that they can drive that many people to a stadium, I mean, that just really is a testament to British boxing fans, honestly, and how much they revere the sport. So anyways, what else you got? Who you got on this one? Who's your
Kell Brook?
Kell Brook, yes.
Kell Brook,
there you go. Kell Brook.
Ready for it?
Oh, bangers.
The show's a go.
Bangers.
I'm gonna go Chris Eubanks Jr. Damn, Flemington just came out.
Flemington.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'll go Chris Eubanks Jr. with another majority decision. He's gonna win this unanimously. I don't have a caveat. I think he's just gonna win again. I was thinking that Conor Benn might just knock him out like in the 7th round.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna go with Eubanks Jr. I think he's a smarter fighter. He knows he has more ring IQ than Ben. Ben did rock him a few times, but Eubanks just gonna use his size, use that jab. He landed more power punches. The problem is the weight cut. If the weight cut's still the same and he's adapted his body better this time, he might get him out early. But I'm thinking it's gonna be another decision.
Okay. Word. I'm gonna go with Eubank Jr. as well. I'm not gonna go with decision though. I think I'm gonna go with a TKO just because I want to. I'm just mostly taking what you said off of your analysis of the first fight, but also just say, okay, well maybe if he can get a little leaner, meaner, hopefully that weight cut wasn't too much, that he can actually still pause for sure, but pound him with his fists. I know that was bad. So anyways, I'm going to go with Eubank Jr. TKO. Let's say I'm going to go late, like you said. Let's say TKO 10.
Okay.
10, something like that is what I'll say.
I can rock with that.
Wait.
Subscribe on YouTube at Ball and Buds